Good day, sir. Today we will tackle about athletics. Athletics is a physical sports and games of any kind. The sport of competing in track and field events, including running races and various competitions in jumping and throwing. Athletics is a group of sporting events that involves competitive running, jumping, throwing, and walking. The most common types of athletics competitions are track and field, road running, cross-country running, and race walking. The history of athletics has been the heart and soul of Summer Olympics since its birth in 1896. Modern summer games now constitute of road running events, track and field events, and race walking events. Though cross-country running was earlier a part of the Olympics, it was dropped after the Summer Olympics in 1924. After short race walk was incorporated in 1952. Summer games, no new sports has been added to the athletics program. Though the early 6 editions saw the team racing events, athletic triathlon and pentathlon was later replaced by decathlon, and medley relay was replaced by even leg relays, a few standing jump competitions, and throwing events, which made an experimental visit in 1908 and 1912, were removed entirely in the remaining versions. The proper execution of athletics. This means the ability to throw and implement, hit a ball or person, run long or fast, kick a ball, jump high or long, and so on. All or only several of these skills may be involved in your sport. When you analyze an athlete's abilities, you must look at how well they execute the skills involved. Execution, often referred to as technique, is the key to determining what the main exercises should be in your training program. This is why using a commonly employed strength training program or one that has been proven successful by other coaches is not effective. They fail to take into consideration the athlete's skill, execution, and his or her technical and physical abilities. The better you can execute, the better you can perform in the sport. Coaches have a tendency to take skill execution for granted and rely on physical conditioning as the main way to improve performance. But your physical qualities such as strength, flexibility, power, and explosiveness must all relate to how well you can execute the skills. Having great strength or power in movements or actions that are not specific to your sport skill will not make you a better player on the field. To have the best skill execution, you must have the best technique plus optimal development of the physical qualities that are specific to your technique. This is indisputable. General rules and modifications for track events. In running events, 100 meters, 200 meters, 400 meters, 4 by 100 meters relay, the athletes have the option of using or not using blocks. In these events, the commands of the starter shall be on your marks, set, and when all competitors are steady, the gun shall be fired. And athletics rules and regulations. Running events. From the firing of the starter's gun to breasting the finishing tape, an athlete is expected to adhere strictly to some basic rules like she must always start behind the start line and must remain in lane throughout the race. Throwing events. In throwing events like javelin, hammer, throw, and shot put, an athlete is expected to aim farther than anybody else. Just like the jumping events, only the longest throw counts here. Jumping events. The athletes run through a runway and as high as possible. However, the rules vary according to the events. Safety rules. Warm up in the outside 3 lanes. Number 2, leave the inside clear for distance runners. 3rd, do not hold discussions on the track. 4th, check for runners before you cross the track. 5th, never leave your equipment on the track. And there are safety gear and equipment for professional runners in athletics. You have to make sure the playing environment is well lit and appropriate for the sport in question, and there must be enforced safety rules. Wear the right safety gear and equipment. Now I will execute my running. I'm not a professional runner. I will try. That's it, sir.